Hi everyone, so today I'm going to go through all the gestures that Procreate uses. So these are things like pinches and swipes and things like that. I find them super useful in my workflow and I know that you will too. I'm not sure how many of you know all of them. Let me know in the comments if these are not new to you. And also if there's any that I've missed, let me know. I'm always happy to learn as well. And with that, let's get into the first one. So the first one I'm going to show you is pinch to zoom. Now I think most people will know this already, but I'm going to show you it anyway. And that's as simple as just pinch out and pinch back in to zoom back out. And it's as easy as that. So the next one I'm going to show you is pinch twist to rotate. Now that one is as simple as pinching, but you can also rotate your fingers and make the canvas turn round. So you can go any way, you can zoom in when you're doing it. So if you want to get in here and add a bit more detail in there, you can do. So the third one is quick pinch to fit screen. So this one is very similar to the last couple. It's again the pinching motion, but say you've gone quite small, or it's over here, you can quickly do it and it fills the screen. Easy peasy. So this next one everyone should already know because it's the thing that as artists we do all the time, and that's undo. So I'm going to quickly make a mess. There we go. Oh no. All right. And to get rid of it, it's as simple as tapping two fingers just once on the screen. Now to get that back, should you want that mess, which I can't imagine you would, but if you did, three fingers brings it back. And that's two fingers to get rid of it, and three fingers to bring it back. So this next one is also three fingers. It's three fingers swipe to cut, copy, or paste. Now you'll see I've got this circle up here and I might want to copy it or duplicate it. Well, I can do that by just pulling down and bringing up this sort of mildly secret menu. I can now cut that if I want, it's gone. I can paste it. It's come back. Or I can duplicate it. Just drop my Apple Pencil. Now, if you're like me and you can't draw a perfect circle or any kind of box or line that is straight, this one's going to be great. This is the draw and hold for quick shape. So if I try and draw a circle now, you'll see, as bad as I said, quickly undo. And this one is such a lifesaver, you're going to love it. So you're going to draw a circle as best as you can, and without the pen leaving the screen, you're going to quickly put your finger on the screen next to it, and you'll see it'll snap to the nearest shape it thinks it is. So hopefully, I'm going to try to draw a circle. If it turns out to be a square, let's not be surprised. Okay, so let's go. There's my circle, quick snap, and then if I put my finger down, you can see I now have a perfect circle. So it works with any shape or line. So if you draw a line and you think it's not straight enough, you keep your pen down, it will keep it nice and straight. And then if you hold your pencil, it takes it to degrees. So I imagine, 90 degrees and anything in between, which is super useful. So this next one is a lovely little one. It's the precise slider control. So this one is near here. So if I press down on my brush size and pull it out, you can see it brings out this little box. Now with my finger still down, if I'm over here, I can put little increments, big increments there. And if I'm over here, smaller increments, so you can see it's still moving. It just allows you to be really fine. So this one will be somewhere between 1 and 2. And that one's just, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 100. It's very useful for any sort of really fine details or anything that you want to be really precise with. And that also works for your opacity as well. Same rule, the further away you are over here, the smaller the increment. Okay, we're into the layer gestures now. Now these ones are great. I love a little bit of layer maintenance, even though I'm rubbish at naming my layers and my groups. But say I want to merge this entire group here, I'll open it up, and I want to get all of these effects here. If I put them and grab them from top to bottom and pull them together, it merges them into one layer, which may or may not be useful depending on what you're doing, but I use it quite a lot for just tidying up my layers, especially when I've got multiple colours and I need to get things into the same layers. This is really useful and really quick. Tap to undo, it all comes back. So with this one, it's about selecting multiple layers. So these two layers that I've just made here, the circles and the line, if I want them to both be selected so I can move them all at once, it's as easy as selecting one of them and then swiping across from left to right. And now I've got all the layers. So if I now go onto my arrow, that's two layers moving there now. Doesn't mean that they've been merged, it just means I can move them together and now they're singles again. So next up is a really useful one. It's the 2-finger swipe right for alpha lock. So this one, if you're like me and you use alpha lock all the time, this one's super useful. It's as simple as putting 2 fingers onto the layer and swiping right. Which now means I can only draw where that layer is and it won't appear anywhere else. Also, one that I use often is the 2-finger hold to select layer contents. So if I go onto this layer again and I hold my 2 fingers down, you can see it selects everything that's in that layer. So if I want to make like a mask or something using that, I now can. You can see that it's using what's selected on here. I use that again all the time, really useful, worth learning. This one's also a neat little one. This one's 2-finger tap for layer opacity. So if I want to change the opacity on this layer here, I can tap with 2 fingers and you can see up here, opacity comes. Again, just drag it from one way to the other, towards the left, less opaque, and to the right, more opaque, 100%. To wrap it up, I'll show you one last thing. Now, if any of those gestures aren't to your liking or you have things that you want to be able to do quickly, Procreate's got you. If you go into here and into your preferences, you can see down here it says gesture controls. And within this menu, you can now change or add as many or as little as you want. So if you find the gestures are a real pain, turn them all off. If there's things in there that you want to be able to do, have a look through. There are all sorts of lovely little shortcuts that you can apply different gestures to. And with that, that's it. So if there's any that I've missed or any that you know, please let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe if this content's been useful to you. Again, there's going to be plenty more content like this where I just go through the absolute basics of it and occasionally drop a few things that are a little bit more advanced. Thanks, bye!